Hey, what is going on, guys? Talk Norwich City here, back for a preview video, and we're lucky enough to have Barry here from Toffee TV. It's nice to actually have a Premier League collaboration, despite us not being a Premier League team anymore. But it's great to have you on the channel again. We're talking ahead of Tuesday's game between us. The same fixture as last season, actually, when we faced you in, what was it, the EFL Cup or something like that? Capital One Cup, we'll call it that still. I mean, what are you expecting going into this game? I saw your preview and you sounded a lot less confident than I thought you would, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with confidence, I don't think it's not with confidence. It's a tricky. I'd say it's a tricky game because Norwich you've been really good this season, which is well, they haven't they? Been
Yeah,
fantastic.
we've won games. I wouldn't say we've sort of set the league alight and we've played fairly easy teams. So we've won games though. That's the main thing.
Don't play it down, mate, because we've said that about Everton. Oh, we haven't played anyone yet. You can only beat what's in front of you, can't you? So, and neither of us done that a lot last season, let's be honest.
That's very true. I mean, I was going to ask you, what do you make of your start to the season? Because from an outside perspective, it looks like you've started fantastically well, and there's reasons to be optimistic down with you guys.
Yeah, very much so. Just be more solid. The managers come in, no nonsense. Just getting us back to being able to defend properly. Likes to play fast on the break. Balassi has made a big difference. The players just look fitter, more organised. And it's going really, really well. They deserve the points they've got. There's no question about that. Gerard Delafeu misses a chance in that Spurs game. Could have at 1-0. Could have been 5 wins out of 5, but can't complain. We've had a very, very good start, and everything is positive for us at the moment, so it's been a good start.
Good stuff. I mean, thinking back to the last year when we played you in the league and also the cup, we got some decent results. I know we played you on the last game of the season, so we'll sort of discount that. But I think we got a draw in the league and we took you to penalties in the cup as well. And I think the reason we managed that was because you looked sort of wasteful going forwards and slightly sloppy at the back. Has that improved? Do you look like a more rounded team now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the two games if we take the last game of the season out of it, the two draws, because that's essentially what they were, both games were draws. The game down at your place, I think, without being disrespectful, I think we should have been about 8-0 up for that. And we were ridiculously horrific that day. We missed so many chances. Second half, Norwich were much improved. And probably should have won the game earlier. Was it Cameron Jerome missed an open goal almost at 1-1. The League Cup game is very different. I thought Norwich were absolutely brilliant. Wes Hoolahan was fantastic that night. And even though we had chances to win it, so did yourselves. I think it was Graben, played up front. He had a great header near the end, which Joel saved. And obviously, we were able to win on penalties. Maybe we shaded it, I don't know. But I thought Norwich were excellent that night. Certainly, it was a lot tighter than the game down at Carrow Road was. So I'm expecting a similar kind of game. The thing me and Pedro were discussing on the preview was unsure whether Alex Neil will make changes, because I know that the League Cup game last season he made about 8 changes and they come in and the players he brought in were brilliant. In some ways it made it a harder game because you had 7 or 8 Norwich players coming in who were trying to fight their way into the team, so it became probably a much more difficult game. What Norwich will face this year, before you answer about your side, they'll just face a stronger Everton side, more compact, much more hard-working, about 3 times fitter than they were last year. So it's going to be an interesting game. But just on that point, do you expect a full-strength side, or do you think he's going to make changes?
Yeah, I mean, in Alex Neil's press conference today, he said that the Cup isn't the priority and there's going to be sort of a lot of changes. But at the same time, we've got a squad full of depth. We didn't let that many players go in the summer, which was a huge positive for us. The similar time to the last time we were relegated from the Premier League and bounced straight back. So we've still got the bulk of the players and added a few more. So the likes of Sergi Canos will come in. Alex Pritchard will probably play to get some time under his belt. So it's certainly not going to be a weak team, but it's going to be a team that's going to be changed. I mean, let's talk about your squad. The tweets that have been coming in from me today have been, what do you reckon the team Everton will play? And I'm not too sure. I saw a local Norwich journalist tweet that Lukaku isn't going to be playing through a toe injury or something. So he's the main man sort of out. Is there going to be any other changes, players coming in that we need to look out for?
Yeah, I will admit I've just been doing the social club, so I haven't listened to Ronald Koeman's press conference as yet. But I know that I've seen Lukaku won't be involved, but will be back Saturday, and that's a massive thing for us, because when he was limping around on Saturday, I actually thought it looked like he might have done his metatarsal and would have been out for a month or so. So I'm delighted that it's looking as though it's only a week. I think this is a tough one for us, because I would have thought when we played Yeovil in the last round, he only made 3 changes, or 2 changes rather. One of them was Ashley Williams, he gave his debut to. So he played nearly a full strength side and said, he doesn't like messing around with the team. So it's quite difficult to second guess him, I suppose, for tomorrow. I don't see him making more than 4 changes. But I still think the team we went for was Stekelenburg in goal, Mason Holgate back in at right back. He was unlucky. He was just placed to Coleman. Baines left back, Williams and Funes Mori in the defence for dropping out. Then in midfield, Idrissa Gana Gay, who's been brilliant. Ross Barkley, we put Cleverly in there. Balassi, Gerard Delafeu coming in instead of Morales, and Enna Valencia up front, because basically we need to give him minutes, and obviously Lukaku's out anyway. So that was the starting 11 we've gone for. That could be totally wrong. But that's what we expect, something along those lines, where it'll be mainly the core of the side, but with 2 or 3 positions.
Yeah, I mean, as you said earlier, it's so hard to predict, and I suppose it's a positive in this cup, because so many players are simply put in there to get game time under their belts, to prove themselves, to get into them league fixtures. So there's going to be players trying to prove a point. I mean, finally, let's get your score prediction for this game. I mean, surely you're expecting to win, aren't you?
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
I think down at Carrow Road, I'd still expect Everton, just because,
of course,
of course, I'd expect us to shade it. I think 3-1. I think it may be tighter than that. I think Everton have got a nice bit of momentum going at the moment, and this is a good opportunity to keep that going. But if we play below what we've been performing at, then Norwich are the side who can cause us problems. Got no question about that. I mean, just quickly, is Naismith likely to be involved?
Yeah, I mean, Naismith's an interesting one. He started the season superbly well with a goal against Blackburn and set it on fire, but we soon realised that you can't really judge a performance against the Blackburn side, who are simply terrible this season. And the only game he played well before that was his debut against Liverpool, where he scored and got an assist as well. But he put a transfer request in on deadline day, wanted to move to Sunderland, requested more wages than he's currently on at Norwich. So that deal fell through, and the fans just really, really don't like him at the moment. Alex Neil has said that there's better players in the team, so that's the reason he's not starting. Not that there's been a fallout or anything, which some people did expect. So it's an interesting one. I mean, I've put Naismith in my predicted 11. I think he will play, mainly because it's against his old club and he hasn't played for a little while. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't, put it that way. I think what you said was fully correct. If you play slightly under par, this Alex Neil side isn't gonna let you run riot, that's for sure. And you're gonna have to be on your game. But I think on paper you guys have got it. I'm gonna go with the 3-1 at Everton as well, actually. But thanks very much, Barry. Go and subscribe to Toffee TV, the Everton fan channel. Great content over there. Subscribe to Talk Norwich City. I won't be travelling up to Everton. I hope some of you are. See you later. Hey, what is going on, guys? Talk Norwich City here, back for my predicted 11 ahead of the game against Everton in the EFL Cup. Is it the EFL Cup or the EFL? No, it's not in the EFL Trophy.